Hey, my dear cuties. Hope you all are very fine. Okay, and um, in my last video, I told you to collect the books. Hopefully, maximum of you have already collected your books from the school. Still, some of you haven't done this. Please collect your book. Otherwise, you will face the problem. You are facing the problem. We are going through the chapters, but if you don't have the book, it will be difficult for you to follow it. Okay, so just I don't want that any one of my child will be left behind and others will go on. But for that I'm telling for you that please contact your school, go to your school and collect the books. Okay, now as I said that we are going through the first chapter, that is the story of the whispering ghost. The last portion today I am going to discuss the last portion. As I told that I had divided the chapters into three portions, so I am going through the third portion, that is the last portion of the story. So what happened at last? At last we saw that I said that this is a flashlight, though it is not. I know you are smiling. That Paul came with a flashlight and searching on the bookshelf, because in between he was sure that the sound of the whispering ghost, or maybe the whispering sound, is coming from a particular place. Okay, now when he was searching there, I said as he was moving truly like this way he was searching, so the light was also like dancing, like that light was dancing. Actually he was, it means that he was searching everywhere on the bookshelf. So from today I am starting from here. Maybe she is invisible, said Morgan. As Morgan is very small girl, so she said that maybe she is not visible, means we can't see her. Okay, so like Harry Potter, something we have, with some clothes we have covered ourselves and nobody can see us. Okay, though as she is very child, like not like you are quite grown up, going to the senior classes. Okay, so afterwards, what happened? Paul went to the bookcase, keeping his flashlight aimed at what the whispering, from where the whispering was coming from. As he got closer, the light reflected off the jar glass with the caterpillar's cocoon. Paul saw something moving inside the jar and he bent down to look. So, what happened is Paul went very close to the bookcase, and he aimed a particular point where he was, just his flashlight was fixed like this, because he had understood that the sound is definitely coming from that portion. Okay, as he got closer, what happened? The light reflected on a glass jar. In between there was the cocoon, or the caterpillar's cocoon was there. Okay, so reflected means if it is my, this is my hand. Okay, so from here if I am flashing on light, there will be a shadow. This process is called the reflection, means the shadow is the reflection of my hand. So when he was doing the thing, he saw that the jar, in the jar, the where the cocoons, means caterpillar's cocoon was there, and particularly the sound was definitely coming from there. So he bent down means slowly stooping to look like this, that what is actually there, in a mode of searching. And then we are going to the next page, that is the last page of the chapter. There was a large moth inside the jar with long narrow wings. Okay, so out of the cocoon there came a moth. Okay, moth is also a type of butterfly, but afterwards there is a discussion. Let's see now. It was flattering against the sides of the top of the jar, trying to get out. That's what was making ghostly sound. As the moth was kept inside the jar, and the moth was just flattering the wings everywhere to get out of it, and the flattering sound was reflected throughout the house as a whispering sound. Finally, the ghost is, you have find out the ghost. What was the mystery? Now I think it is clear to you. Now moth was a type of butterfly, you can say that butterfly are basically spreading their wings like this way. You know very well, those who are making the pictures, butterfly are spreading their wings in this way, but moths are keeping their wings in this way. Okay, so this is the basic difference, you can say, of them. Basic habit also to protect themselves. In this way they are, the way we are, in this way the moths are. Okay, the moth stopped moving when it saw the light from Paul's flashlight and closed its wings. So it was flattering, means the moth was flattering the wings, continuously moving and trying to get out. But when the flashlight was there, particularly on the jar, at that time the moth stopped flattering, means in this way the moth stopped. And definitely that is what was happening from the beginning, that whenever they were switching on the light, there is no sound, and whenever they were switching off the light, they, at that time the sound was coming. Now it is clear, na? One by one now the mystery will be unfold, that why, what, every question, every answer you will get now. Next, Morgan to come over. It's so pretty, she said, as definitely a little animal, insect. Moth is not animal; it is an insect. It was trying to, it was flattering, so it is looking very pretty. And for Morgan, definitely she is a child. Again and again, I'm telling, she is only 5 years old. Their mother knocked on the door and came in. Why is it so dark in here? She asked. In between, their mother knocked on the door. In this way, there is a door, and I am knocking in this way. Sound is coming. You can understand. As this is the door, and I am knocking like this. To in this way, their mother came and knocking at the door and asking that the why the light is off. As you, yeah, hopefully you haven't forgot that it was a morning time, so they use their blanket to cover the windows so so that no light can come. They switch off the light also. So their mother tried to ask them what is going on. As you know, the brothers and sisters are sometimes gossiping, doing so many experiments with their own. So the mother is little bit worried about it. Their mother, Morgan's cocoon hatched, said Paul. Look, it turned into a moth. So what he is telling, again I'm reading, within double inverted comma means this is a direct sentence. Directly he was telling, if anywhere a sentence is written within double inverted comma means this is called a direct sentence. What it is called? A direct sentence means I am telling to you. Okay. Morgan's cocoon hatched, said Paul. Look, it turned into a moth. So, hatched means to come out from the egg or the cocoon. Okay, as a grown up child or baby, as a grown up baby, basically, the means the moth came out of the cocoon. So he was asking his mother also that look, it is a moth. The mother bent down to look. My, how beautiful it is. Then the inverted comma is closed. Now here it is written, when she bent down to look, she also saw that it is very beautiful, and see the way of expressing that is my. Basically we are saying, oh my god, it is so beautiful, but instead of oh my god, it's only written my, comma, how beautiful it is, means oh my god, it is so pretty, so beautiful, in the moth was very beautiful. I thought it was a ghost, said Morgan. She was talking to me. From beside, Morgan was informed her mother. I thought first that it is a ghost and she was definitely talking to me. That evening, as the moon rose over the roof, Morgan and Paul placed the jar with the moth in it on the grass. Paul loosened the top on the jar and Morgan lifted it off. Together they watched the moth. So what happened afterwards? They waited for the whole day. At night, they took the jar outside their room and they placed on an open place. And Paul helped her sister to open up the lid. Okay, open up the lid of the jar, and Morgan just took the jar and set the moth free to let go. The big green moth flexed its wings twice and then, in a magical moment, it flew up out of the jar and into the air. Higher and higher the moth flew with moonlight shining on its wings, and then it disappeared into the night. So what happened? What is the color of the moth? That is the green color. Mark that the color of the moth was green. There is one word that is flex. This is highlighted with blue color, and in this side corner, on the right corner at the bottom of the page, the meaning is written bent or tightened. Means still now it was only flattering. Okay, the moth was only flattering, but it never has flew in somewhere. So before doing that, as the moth was doing it for the first time, so it took some time for their habitual manner. So then the moth came out of the jar and it flew on the sky, and they saw like that the moth is going higher and higher, and the the moon light was falling on it. It was a wonderful thing. See, whenever nobody loves to stay kept in something, like we are now home quarantine, means whether we are staying at home, we cannot go out, we cannot go to the market, we can't go to the field for playing or to the park. So are you feeling good? No, you are also not feeling good. If you are keeping a bird in a cage, the bird can't fly, so definitely it is also not feeling good. The moth was also kept inside the jar. So though it was not intentionally, they, even Paul, Morgan, no one had any idea that there is a moth. Still, it was also not means loving the thing. But when you let it go, when you let anything go set free, definitely they are happy. Means when we will come to the school, when we can start our regular life, you can go everywhere, it will be very easier for you to live. This is a normal way. Now the last two sentence, that is goodbye moth, called Morgan. As Morgan is a small child, so she in a high pitched sound said goodbye moth. Goodbye, whispering ghost, whispered Paul. But Paul didn't cried out like that. And as he said that it is a whispering ghost, so definitely in a whispering way, means murmuring in a slow tones, he said, just like goodbye, the whispering ghost. In this way, they let the whispering ghost flew um, in their own destination. Okay, so this is how the story is finished. So today, after 3 days, we have finished the story. The story is written by, means the author is Andrew McRae. Andrew McRae. The pronunciation is Andrew McRae. Spelling is means Andrew A is capital, that you know. Then McRae, it is written together, but Mac, M-A-C, M is capital, and R-A-E, McRae. R is also capital. In a single word, two capital letters are there. So in this way the author used to write, so it is written like this. Now you go through the words and let me know if any problem is there. So then I will, in our next class we will proceed for the exercise or insight question. This year you have to do the insight questions also. So I will make one worksheet definitely next day. First you go through the story, this portion, and from starting to beginning see everything written, the means hear my audio, then just go through these videos. You will figure it out. Okay, till then stay at home, stay home now, stay healthy, stay fit, take your food regularly in time, and collect your book, please. I'm telling you, those who haven't still collect your book, collect your book from the school. Okay guys, thank you and bye bye.